Hi, this is David from the Waldman Guitar Artistry. This channel is all about helping guitar players around the world develop their musical personality on the instrument. And today we're going to look at how you can take an exercise, something that is maybe fluid and rewarding on the instrument, but not very melodic, and make it an essential piece of your compositions. It's something that I've done for years, and many players have done it, and I think it's awesome. It's very inspiring, and it's just very fulfilling as a musician to be able to take those things that you practiced, spend so much time practicing, and apply them into a musical piece that is going to be enjoyed by the world. The concepts that we're going to talk about today can be applied to any sequencer, but for those of you who need a little bit of extra help with their compositional process on the computer, this video is sponsored by a website called Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community for creators. It currently has over 25,000 courses accessible online covering multiple subjects. Skillshare offers access to unlimited courses in music, composition, how to use your sequencers, how to use computers to create music, how to make money with music, many more topics. A premium membership gives you unlimited access to all those courses. And not only can you just watch the courses, but you will also be part of a growing community of creators wanting to develop their skills. Now, because we're going to use Logic in this video, there is a great course on Skillshare on how to use Logic Pro 10. And it's very affordable. Premium memberships to Skillshare start at $10 per month. And because you're watching this video, the 500 first people to use the link below, the top line of the description of this video, will get full unlimited access to Skillshare for 2 months. Check it out. The course on Logic is pretty awesome. But for now, let's get into this video. All right, so the first thing we need in order to apply this to a musical piece is an exercise, a concept. And those things are going to be born from just playing, just noodling, just creating something on the instrument. And I think it's important here not to think in terms of theory, scales, chords. We'll make all that work after. For now, we're really taking the technical approach of the instrument, something that you can remember, something that is simple for you to speed up so that it sounds more complex than it is. It doesn't need to sound good harmonically. So I'm going to take just one of these ideas. It really doesn't matter what it is. But on the left hand, we're going to do this. We're going to create some kind of a scale, even though harmonically it doesn't necessarily work. And that scale is going to be made of 2 notes on the left hand. We're going to use 5 and 9. We're going to try to do wider stretches here, just because at high speed, wide stretches sound a little bit more interesting. So really our scale with the left hand is 5, 9, 5, 9 across all strings. I could have picked anything, even something a little more complex, but I'm going with that. We're gonna add a note here. We're gonna add a tapped note, and we'll just pick a string, a fret, maybe 15, okay? So we're gonna tap 15, release on 5, and hammer on 9. That's gonna be our concept, okay? So develop across the strings. Something like that, okay? Simple to remember, simple to speed up. And to make things more interesting, we're gonna repeat some notes to make this a little bit longer. Maybe we'll play 6 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then start over from the second string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, simple enough to remember, simple to speed up. Doesn't sound great, but it sounds controlled, and that's what you want. Okay, now the interesting part comes into the picture. We're going to move to our sequencer, which is Logic Pro 10. So now that we're in Logic, we're going to take our lick, which because of the nature of this lick was based on 16th triplet note, which is 6 notes per beat, and we're going to enter this exact lick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to enter that exact thing in Logic using MIDI, because we can manipulate that with a second instrument, which is going to be very important later on. So for this, I'm going to use a synth. We can change that sound later on, but I kind of like that 80s type of sound. Many methods of doing this right now, but I'm going to go with a tempo that is very comfortable. I'm not a keyboard player, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to play my track with the tempo. I'm going to sing it, the rhythm, and I'm just gonna tap that rhythm, okay? Same notes. Okay, you're seeing the bad, horrible secrets of my compositional process, but it works in the end. So I'm going to select all these notes. I'm going to quantize that. For those who don't know what quantization is, it's basically making sure that these notes are exactly 16th triplets. That's very, very important. So I'm going to drag this to the beginning, and this is what we have. Okay, it's perfect 16th triplets. Now, I'm going to painfully go note by note. That's why you should have learned how to play the keyboard. But I'm going to just enter these notes. So I'm going to go back here. That's for the first note. Da, something like that. Okay. Then we have this one. And then that. And I'm going to do that with all the rest. All right, so I got it. I'm going to delete all the rest, and this is what we have. Great. Okay, now I can speed this up to see what it sounds like. I'm going to loop this section, and you can see that we don't have a full bar, but I'm still going to loop just the bar. Now, we will play this on the instrument later on, but for now, we're going to try to maybe add a drum fill on that, or a section or something. So I'm just going to go into my drum fills, and again, you can use any sequencer of your choice here, but I'm going to use the built-in drummer. Maybe I could play a little bit with that. Maybe a little more complex with the fills. Maybe I want some toms. So it's just a matter of playing until you find something that you kind of like. And because it's all MIDI, you can change the tempo. That's kind of cool. Why not? Maybe it's a little too fast. Maybe we'll decrease this to about 130. Now, this is an important aspect of the compositional process, I think. Don't overthink it. This right here, harmonically, doesn't make much sense, right? But it's very precise, and we're not going to use this segment as a full piece. We could if we wanted to. Really, there's freedom in music. You do whatever you want, but that's not how I'm going to do it. I'm going to inject a few little pieces like this into a piece that is maybe more melodic to add interest. And the listener is probably going to listen to this thinking, that's genius. It's not. I'm just taking a simple idea and adding layers to it, making sure that everything matches, because that precision in the rhythm and matching the different elements is going to be perceived as something purposeful. And when there's purpose behind something, regardless of that something, the listener is going to have no other choice but to at least have a little bit of respect for that element. And that's what we're after here. So I kind of like this. We need that section to lead into something more melodic, more maybe more pleasant to the ear. So let's try that. So where could we go from here? We could go in many different directions, right? And you're starting to learn, hopefully, that whenever something is precise and intentional, really you could go in any direction you want. It's going to be accepted by the listener. So because we're in that range of the fretboard on the guitar, we're going to make things easy, right? We're kind of landing around here. Well, 5, 9. How about we go to a 7th fret, which is a B, and maybe a B Dorian, because, hey, we're comfortable with B Dorian. So we're going to try this. We're going to forget about that part that we just recorded. I'm going to loop just the drums. Maybe we'll change the drums a little bit. Maybe we'll maybe something like that. Okay, and I'm going to just add some bass here, and I'm going to think B Dorian. Okay, something like that would work. I like it. Yeah. And we have the beginning of a song that started from a silly idea, really, which was this. Now, can I play this? I don't know. Okay, something like that. Well, anyways, that's what I have for you today. If this is your first visit, thank you so much. Consider subscribing because every single week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a new idea like this one comes out. Typically, we take guitar ideas, guitar concepts, and try to apply it to our musicality. But today was a different aspect of music, but it works. I love doing it, and thank you so much. Consider subscribing if you like what you saw. Check out Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video, and I will see you next time. Practice well.